Hello girls, gays, and non-binary babes. Welcome or welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, hello, welcome. My name is Boston. Today we are talking about my favorite genre of books, and that is weird ass books. Weird ass books are my favorite. I love them dearly. I love weird ass everything. Weird ass movies, art, literature, all that good stuff. So this is my favorite genre, as I said before, and I am so excited to dive into these books. I hope you guys enjoy. I hope you get a recommendation from this, and if not, I hope you have a good time. That's all I can say. So yeah, let's just get into it. The first book that I have is Paradise Wrought by Jenny Havall. Jenny Havall, I think, writes a lot of weird fiction. I have not read anything else by her, so definitely need to get on it, but I'm pretty sure like most of her books are really weird. This one's definitely really weird. This is basically about a girl who moves into a new city. I think she is a, what is the word, exchange student, or like at least coming from a different country, and she just moves into this apartment, and then she makes a friend of sorts and ends up moving in with this friend. And her roommate, this girl, is very weird and strange. This has a lot of like fungus focused weirdness to it. You can definitely like smell this book when you're reading it, and that is wonderful. Always love a book you can smell. And yeah, this was just really fun and weird and just right up my alley. So if you like weird mushroom books, then this one's for you. Next up, we have another really good but really short book, and that is Wafe by Samantha Kolesnik. Samantha Kolesnik also wrote true crime, which I know got really popular in the horror community when it came out last year, I think. I don't know. This is her second novel. It is fantastic. Really weird. I don't know what else to tell you. This little book packs so much into it. Basically, you start off with this woman who is with her really abusive husband, and she's at the store one day and she sees like her dream man, and she starts fantasizing about him, and things spiral downward from there. It talks a lot about plastic surgery, desire, love, attraction, the underground corn industry. Really weird book. It definitely belongs on this list, and it's phenomenal. Definitely, for all of these books, check the trigger warnings before you read them, because for most of these books there's going to be a lot. So yeah, this is very dark and disturbing, but really fun. Next up, we have a book that I can't even really explain. To Be Devoured by Sarah Tantlinger. I think this is actually going to be going out of print, I think. I don't know. But this was so good. This is another really short book, and it's about a woman who she's very mentally ill, and she's talking with her therapist, and also it goes between her talking to her therapist and her living with her girlfriend. And it's very disturbing, very dark. Like, if you check the trigger warnings for any of these, make sure it's this one, because this, like, it was disturbing to me, and that's saying something. It's very hard to read, but it's really good. Next up, we have a bit of a lighter weird book. Still pretty, I'd say it's like lightheartedly morbid, but that is Welcome to Night Vale. This is by Joseph Fink and Jeffrey Cranor. This is based on a podcast, and I recently read this, and it's so so incredible to me how it was written, because it's just so out of this world, and the imagination that you have to be able to come up with something like this and write something like this is unimaginable to me. It's just so bizarre and wild, but fun. And it is lighthearted, but it's also very kind of nihilistic in a way. Kind of pokes fun at, you know, sucky realities of life, but overall really weird. And if you're looking for something a little bit more lightheartedly weird, then I would recommend this one. Next, I want to talk about a book that I actually do not own yet. I will be getting my hands on it soon, hopefully. But that is A Certain Hunger by Chelsea Summers, I believe the author's name is. Listen, this one just kind of came up on my, I think, Amazon recommended, and based on the cover, I was like, I kind of want to read this. I will go for anything that looks like an oil painting, so this one just really stood out to me. And this was really weird. This talks a lot about cannibalism, and it's from the point of view of a food critic who is dating. It talks about her life, and it's over the course of many years. She dates a bunch of men and then kills them and then eats a part of their body. Because she's a food critic, she really likes out there kind of foods, and she's curious and intrigued and also wants to murder men. It's really good. Definitely one of those where you just kind of sit back and enjoy the ride. Like, you can think about it a lot, like you can really get into like what this means and what this means, but overall, if you want to just like sit back and enjoy the ride, you can, and it's really enjoyable that way, actually. So yeah, highly recommend this one. It's fantastic. If you like a kind of good for her kind of book, then this one's really good. Finally, it would not be a weird ass book video without mentioning this one, and I saved it for last because everybody's heard about it, but if you haven't, My Rust and Relaxation by Ottessa Moshfegh. Oh my goodness. Ottessa Moshfegh, I think, in my opinion, writes a lot of weird books. I can make a whole video on all of her books if you guys want me to, but for right now, I do want to talk about this one because I just love this so much. This is about, if you didn't know, a woman who decides that she's kind of just had enough of life. She's a very privileged woman, but she's had enough of life and she wants to sleep for an entire year. And she will take whatever medication, she'll do whatever she can to sleep for a full year. And it's very realistic in a way of how it discusses depression and mental illness, and it just kind of punches you right where it hurts. And I really loved it. It's not that weird, since it is kind of like a contemporary fiction, but it is weird in the sense that somebody's trying to sleep for an entire year. And the way Ottessa Moshfegh writes is very odd and grotesque in a way. Very real, but odd. I will say that. So yeah, My Year of Rest and Relaxation. If you haven't read it yet, you need to. So yeah, that is my full recommendation list, I guess, for today. I want to do a lot more of these because I do want to read a lot more weird books. So hopefully you guys want to see more of those videos. But yeah, thank you so much for watching. If you have any weird books to recommend me, I will gladly accept them. So yeah, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Bye bye.